One of the main questions you need to know the answer to is how much money do I need to study in Germany? I can answer this question based on my own experience and what the other students have said so far. And I would say you need on average around 7 to 900 euros per month for all the costs that you have in Germany. And all the costs means living, studying, whatsoever. Now, because this is a subjective opinion of mine and people around me, I would like to show you also some official data about how much cost you will have as an international student in Germany. Now, the fact that Germany provides the possibility for you as an international student to study without tuition makes it very appealing, especially in terms of not paying any money for your studies. But also living in Germany is not expensive, to be honest, as compared to France or UK or US. Living in Germany is rather cheap. Everything is standard, and a lot of German products are very cheap here. So for example, if I buy something from Bosch or Siemens or German autos in Germany are rather cheap as compared to outside Germany. German products somehow are very expensive outside Germany, and they are also very famous for having good quality. But inside Germany, they are affordable and you can get them rather easily. Let's not get too distracted. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Please go to daad.de, the German website for Deutsche Akademische Auslandsdienst, German Academic Exchange Services. This is an official public governmental website which deals with all the exchange of international students from Germany and to Germany, right? So I would stick to the English version. So up here, I click on EN, English, there you go. And the first tab, study and research in Germany, you go to plan your studies section. There is a part which says costs. Now, this website is amazing. If you are really serious about coming to Germany and applying for programs, go through different tabs here. You find abundant, wonderful, perfect, precise information here. Now, please, let's go to the cost section. I click on that one. All right, we have a blog post here which says costs of education and living. Germany is not particularly expensive compared to the other European countries. Yes, we know that. Let's go further down. Proof of financial resources. I will just dismiss all these parts. Blocked account for non-Europeans is necessary. I will talk about it later. Let's go down. Tuition fee. The majority of higher education institutions in Germany are financed by the state. That means you don't have to pay for your tuition fee. But it doesn't mean that it's free. Like universities cost a lot, but you don't pay for it. The government pays for it. So it's like a scholarship. It's as if in Canada you get a tuition waiver, or in the US. So you sort of get a tuition waiver when you come to a German university. So you need to be on top of your work. You need to be a good student to get visa if you need visa. I mean, you cannot just simply enter a university. You need to really prove that you're progressing pretty well. But let's put that again aside. There is something called semester contribution at public universities in Germany, which is usually between 100 to 350 euros per semester. So divide this by 6. We are talking about 20 to 50 euros per month, right? This is the semester fee that you pay, but with that comes a lot of perks. Actually, a lot of locals here subscribe at the university randomly just for the sake of paying this money and having the semester ticket. Its semester ticket allows you to freely move with the public transportation in your state and sometimes even in the states around. So if you, for example, enroll at TU Berlin or FU Berlin, you will get a student card which enables you to even go to parts of Brandenburg, like really huge areas. And only calculating the semester fees, this is a huge discount for you to pay this, I don't know, like 100 to 350 euros per semester, depending on which university you go to. And then having the semester ticket. Let's put that aside. The message here is 20 to 50 euros a month for the semester fee of universities, public universities. Breakdown of semester contribution, living costs. That's very interesting here. German students spend on average 819 euros per month. International students spend on average 725 euros per month. This is sort of a benchmark for you to understand, okay, what are my expenses going to be? And within these numbers, within this 725, you have your rent as biggest part of it. You have your health insurance, you have your leisure activities, once in a while traveling in the vicinity of Germany and Europe, clothing, whatever, like simple things that one needs. This is all covered in that money, which is pretty good, isn't it? If you compare it to most of the other countries that are usually a destination for international students, this is a very good fee. It's basically very low. That said, you should expect to end up spending some 800-900 euros per month on average after settling in Germany. In the beginning, you need more, for flight, for visa application, for security deposit of the room that you get when you come to Germany, for some language tests and all this stuff. So you need sort of a cushion, you need a buffer. You need a little bit of a buffer zone. But after that, count on 800 euros, around 800 euros per month. Why do we say around? What changes that? Of course, your expenditure habit. If you're a kind of person who spends money very easily, that's of course different. But accommodation is the biggest part of this money. If you are living in an expensive city like Munich, like Hamburg, like Frankfurt, then this will rather go towards 900. If you are living in a small city, if you are living in a city which is not super popular, then this goes a bit down. If you're living in a student city, this goes down because there are a lot of student dorms and all this stuff in student cities. That said, let's take a look here. Average expenses of German students 2016. Here you have the breakdown. For example, for 2016, of course, it's a bit higher now. 323 euros for the rental per month. For a student dorm room, yes, standard. It's still around that, I would say. Maybe in some cities a little bit more, a little bit less. Food, 168 euros per month. It's the same all over Germany. I mean, doesn't matter. The prices are standard everywhere. Clothing, 42 euros per month. Yes, it's applicable. Transportation costs 95 euros per month, it is said. Well, if you have the semester ticket, you usually don't need to even pay that, right? Health insurance, 80 euros per month. Yes, now it's a little bit higher for bachelor programs. For Studienkolleg, you actually need to get a travel insurance, which is easily affordably acquirable by 35 euros even. Telephone, internet, and all this stuff, 31 euros. Now it's even cheaper. Working material, yes, 20 euros for books. Recreation, culture, I don't know, whatever, 61 euros. Even here, you have a lot of student perks. Like if you go to swimming pool, for students, it's much cheaper. Or if you go to cinema, there are student days or whatsoever. And with that, you end up with this 819. So there is some room for saving. So if you are really tight on budget, I would say with 600, 700 euros, it also works. But then you have tight hands with spending money. Average everyday prices. Here you can see the prices in Germany on a daily basis. A t-shirt is usually 10 to 15 euros. You can find even t-shirts for 5 euros, to be honest, in Primark or H&M or whatsoever. You have up here a loaf of bread, a kilogram of potatoes. As you can see, prices are not really high. When I go to Spain or Italy or France, prices are higher than here most of the times, to be honest. One pizza is 7 euros. Yes, in a restaurant, that's true. You can get a doner kebab. In Germany, doner kebab is very popular, right? It's a Turkish kind of sandwich that you get for 3 to 5 euros, depending on where you are. Like in Berlin, you can easily find it for 3.50, 4 euros. In Hamburg and Munich, I think you should pay 5 to 6 euros for a doner kebab. But they are yummy and very popular here as a snack, as a street food, so to speak. Lunch in the cafeteria of university is 250 with the student card that we talked about. And that's it. You have a list here. And what you need to prepare yourself for is a kind of 7, 8, 900-ish per month during the Studienkolleg time. And this money, we recommend you to bring that with you, sort of, to Germany, regardless of whether you are EU or non-EU. And then afterwards, when you enter university, the costs stay the same. Whereas you can work on the side as a student. So you slow down with your studies, for example, a little bit less credit points, but then you work on the side, which is good for your social integration, good for your future, it's good for your money pocket whatsoever. So it's possible to cover these costs after finishing your Studienkolleg. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.